I was in Whole Foods, standing by the apple display, picking them one by one, checking for bruises, feeling for that perfect crispness. You know the trick, right? The firmer the skin, the fresher the pick. And then I heard it. A piercing cry that cut straight through the hum of the store. A toddler, red-faced, thrashing in the cart, kicking, screaming, sobbing. People glanced over, some shook their heads. And the mom, you could see her. She was trying so hard to hold it together, her shoulders tense, her breath shallow, her eyes darting, torn between embarrassment, frustration, and exhaustion. And my heart just sank for both of them. Because if we could slow that moment down, rewind time just a few minutes, we would see what really happened. That little one, strapped in the cart, feet dangling, hands fidgeting, eyes scanning the shelves, was doing their best to stay patient. At first, it's a soft, almost hopeful voice. "Mom, how long?" Mom, focused on the list, replies without looking up. Just a few more minutes, honey." And that's it. The moment passes, at least for her. But for the child, the clock is ticking slowly, very slowly. 10 minutes later, that quiet question turns into a whine, then into tears, then into a full-blown cry, arms swinging, body arching, a scream that fills the aisle. People start to stare. Mom leans down, whispering through her teeth, "Stop it right now." And suddenly, a child does, just for a second. His eyes look into hers. Because in that instant, every emotional need they've been starving for, connection, attention, certainty, is met all at once. So what I saw wasn't a bad kid or an overwhelmed mom. It was a little human, strapped in, restricted from movement, craving connection, and void of the one thing they needed most: their parents' presence. Now, Mom wasn't doing anything wrong either. She was just doing what we all do, trying to get through the list, trying to get dinner on the table, trying to survive the day. But in her child's nervous system, all that mattered was this: I need you, and I cannot find you right now. And when a child's need for connection goes unmet, the body screams it out for them. So here is the truth most parenting advice skips over. Tantrums are not misbehavior. They are communication. They are the body's way of saying, my nervous system is overwhelmed, and I need your calm to find mine. And when you understand that, everything changes. You stop taking tantrums personally and you start responding powerfully. You shift from, how do I stop this behavior, to, what is this behavior trying to tell me? From control to connection is where emotional intelligence in parenting begins. Now, let's zoom in on what really happened in that grocery store moment. Because beneath every tantrum, there is something: an emotional hunger, a deep, hardwired need every human has. Here's what most parents miss. Humans, no matter how small, have 3 fundamental emotional hungers: connection, significance, or feeling important, and 3, variety and joy. That's it. Those are our emotional nutrients. Think of connection, significance, joy as the fertilizer for your child's emotional growth. Without them, behavior wilts before it even blossoms. Now, back to that little one strapped into the cart. A child had 0 of them. 0 connection. Mom's attention was on a shopping list. A child felt unimportant. They were not being seen or heard. And they definitely had no variety, no joy, and no adventure. Just a metal cart, fluorescent lights, stillness, and boredom that felt endless. And you know what? The only thing that was certain for them is that they were uncomfortable and they had no idea how long this will last. So what does a tiny human do when they're starving emotionally? They find a way, any way, to get those needs met. So their nervous system does exactly what it is designed to do. They ask questions. They act out. They escalate. They cry. They knock things over, yell. And here is the wild part. When mom finally yells, "Stop it right now!" for the child, as twisted as it sounds, that works. When we finally react, even if we yell, they feel something electric because suddenly they have 100% of her attention. Eye contact, connection, intensity, importance, certainty, definitely variety. You see, every emotional need that was starving is suddenly fed. Even though it's negative attention, yet neurologically, the brain doesn't care, it works. And their little brain learns. When I scream, I get mom's eyes. I get connection. I get attention. I matter. And that's how the cycle begins and repeats. So the next time your child melts down in public, remember this. They're not testing you. They're reaching for you. They're trying to meet their emotional hunger the only way they know how. And our job is not to shut that emotion down. It's to help them digest it, to model what calm looks like when chaos erupts, to meet their fire with presence, not punishment. Because emotions, even the big, messy, inconvenient ones, are not enemies. They are messengers. They are our body's built-in communication system saying, hey, something important is happening here. Pay attention. And that's exactly why I created the Tantrum Tamer workshop. Because once you understand this deeper emotional language, you can stop reacting to the behavior and start responding beneath it. Inside this 1-hour workshop, I'll help you decode what your child's tantrum is really saying. You will learn how to calm your own nervous system in seconds. And you'll know exactly what to say and what not to say in the heat of the storm. And finally, you'll learn how to repair after the meltdown without guilt or shame. Because your child doesn't need perfection. They need attunement. They need your steady nervous system more than your perfect words. When you know how to stay calm, confident, and connected, tantrums stop being battles and become bridges. So if this episode resonated with you, join my Tantrum Tamer workshop. Click in the link in the show notes to register, and remember, every tantrum is a call for connection, not correction. You have the power to answer that call differently. And if this episode helped you see tantrums in a new light, share it with another parent who needs a little peace today. So until next time, breathe, connect, and know you've got this. I'll see you soon.